Expectations are a silent wager against reality. They are hope disguised as control and a blueprint for pain and disappointment. I'm about 5 days out from race day, and over the past week I've been haunted by the expectations of races in the past. And these ghosts are telling me that the pain of the disappointment of missing a PR or missing a goal, that pain hits a lot harder than the fleeting joy of actually hitting the goal. So it has me thinking, how should I approach this race? And the more I thought about it, the more I thought about two ancient traditions who have something to say on the matter: Buddhism and Stoicism. In Buddhism, we're taught that dukkha, or suffering, arises from attachment to outcomes. In Stoicism, we are reminded that we can only control our effort and not the outcome. And so it has me asking questions like, can a runner pour themselves out in pursuit of a goal and not crave the result? What is training if not a long rehearsal for what we hope will come? And how do we run hundreds of miles without weaving a quiet, persistent attachment to a dream that is created with every stride? Is it possible to pursue something without getting our ego entangled in the outcome? What we're stepping into is where desire meets discipline and ambition meets surrender. In order to race well, in order to run well, we need to care deeply. We need to care in order to commit to the training that it takes to run the long miles, to work hard on speed work days, and to wake up for the early morning runs. And yet we are asked to let go of all of that at the starting line. And so how do we do both? How do we care so much and yet on race day let it all go? There's a parable that kind of illustrates what I'm talking about here. And I'm not sure which tradition this metaphor, this parable, fable, whatever you want to call it, where it comes from. But in this story, you are the archer, okay? And your body prepared for the race is the bow. The dedicated running, the speed work, the long miles, the early mornings, all of that is the tension in the string. Your goal time, your dream of hitting your PR, for me, this weekend it will be going sub 120, that is the arrow. When you go to shoot the arrow, you notch it with care. You draw the string back with all of the strength and force that you've developed over time, and you steady your breath. But the moment that you release the arrow, it is no longer yours. It slices through the wind that you cannot control. It is lifted by forces outside of your will, the terrain, the weather, the unpredictability of your own muscles as you let go. It's all the hidden chaos of the world. You can do everything you can. You can aim with precision, with integrity, and let that arrow go. But as soon as you let it go, you cannot guarantee the target. In some ways, I have already let go of the arrow. All of the hard work has been done. Nothing I do now is going to benefit my race day. The arrow has already slowly left my fingers. And so the question that this parable, metaphor, fable, whatever you want to call it, the question that this story begs is not, where will the arrow land? Will the arrow land on the bullseye? That's not the question. The question is, I think, can we be the kind of archer that gets satisfaction not from where the arrow lands, but from how the arrow was released? And this same idea applies to life as well. We do our best to raise good kids. We try to build our careers and love our partners well. And yet life continues to remind us that we may not get a return on our investment. What happens when a child rebels after all of the effort you've put in? What happens when you get laid off, or when the love you extend goes unanswered? And so if running is life in miniature, what does it teach us about loss and failure and disappointment? I don't have the answer to that question, any of these questions, and I can't solve this paradox, and I don't think that I need to. I couldn't even if I wanted to. So what I'm going to do is, on Saturday, I'm going to run like hell. I'm going to give it everything that I've got and let this paradox run with me. I'm going to carry it with me. I'm going to let the race do its job. I'm going to let the race burn away all of the illusion and hopefully leave me with something more pure than just effort and expectation. And maybe after all of that, I will find what I'm looking for. I'll find the truth somewhere between the fury of the effort and the peace of surrender. I don't know. I hope you guys don't think I'm taking myself too seriously here. This is me just thinking out loud. So I hope this was interesting and thought-provoking for you. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the balance between ambition, effort, and surrender and letting go of expectations, so that we don't end up devastated if we have to DNF or if we miss the mark. Anyways, I hope you'll stick around, and I'll catch you in the next video. All right, gear for today, we've got sunglasses, I don't know the brand, and then we've got an Ogden-made running hat, got a Nike Dry Fit shirt, Rabbit running shorts, Stance running socks, and Speedland GS PDX running shoes, and Apple Watch Ultra. If you have any questions on the gear, let me know.